whose broad stripes and bright stars through a perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we walked was so
So I'm Bridget Slagan. I'm the development coordinator at Camp Freedom here in Carbondale, Pennsylvania. Camp Freedom, we support disabled veterans, first responders, Gold Star families, their family members. We feel those are the true American heroes, the ones who've sacrificed their life and given us the freedoms that we have. So we like to, give back to them and help them in their healing journey. We do that through outdoor adventures, anything from hiking, biking, archery, which we have obviously Mountain Archery Fest up here this week, and we're doing a great partnership with them. Have had plenty of people up here, but basically we want to get people outside where it's therapeutic, it's healing, and then we pair that with peer-to-peer interaction and camaraderie, and we've seen great success in people becoming healed and finding new mission, hope, and purpose, and taking the level of suicide right off the table.
That's great. What are some of the ways that you integrate to bring these guys kind of back to themselves?
So basically, the way a vet or a first responder, Gold Star family member, they end up at Camp Freedom, usually through word of mouth, whether it be a friend that tells them, they see something on social media, an event with a partner like Mountain Archery Fest, where the event itself isn't for veterans or first responders, but of course it brings people here, it raises awareness. So they come up to Camp Freedom and they're graded by our staff, and we're a small staff of 7. And one of the things that Matt, our director, is very careful about when hiring is that he hires people who care for people. So you're met by someone who's going to love and honor you for what you've done, no matter what your past is. You served our country. We honor you. You're an honorable person. We want to show you respect, show you that you have value, and just spend that time with you. And then we find out what they like. Do you want to come out and do some fishing on one of our 2 ponds or at the river? Is archery your thing? You want to go hiking in the woods? Okay, let's go. We don't ask questions. We're not going to say, well, what have you been through? What's wrong with you? Those aren't questions we ask. But what happens is, as you sit down with our staff, or you sit down with other guests who are here, you get comfortable, and all of a sudden those walls fall and you start talking. So studies prove that nature is therapeutic. Anyone who spends any time in nature, you can't help but feel a little bit of that stress just fall off. Now you partner that with someone that you feel honors you and respects you and shows that you have value, and all of a sudden those walls come down. You're able to talk, and everyone knows that bottling all of that junk up isn't good for you. So now you start to talk, and you just find that new mission in life, that new, wow, I really do have something to live for. And a lot of times that just kind of sets them on a new path, and we try to bring families in so that it's a full healing, because if dad's good and the rest of the family's still a little bit broken, it's not going to help dad when he goes back. So if we can bring that whole family along and kind of help them all heal and just show them that there is hope out there still, it really changes the dynamics of everything, not only in their family, but when you're functioning well mentally and even physically, you go back out into the community and you're productive again. You make new friends, you work better at work. So there's all these elements that come into it, and it's really not that magical in the sense of we don't have any potion. It's just you care for people and you give them opportunities to do things outdoors that they can really go and do somewhere else too, if they're not right here in our backyard.
Well, that's great. If there's anyone that deserves that type of a treatment, it's our military and our first responders.
Great.
They provide everything we get to enjoy without having to worry about all the things that they've endured. So,
yeah, we don't really worry about it. And I know for a fact I take it for granted some days. You don't think about it. You get up and you put your pants on in the morning, you go, and you're like, I have that freedom because that person paid the ultimate sacrifice. I'm safe because that cop is putting their life on the line and enduring some of the most horrific things that are out there. That firefighter put his life on the line to save my house. There's all of these things, you know, that EMT went into an unsafe situation and saved my family member. It's just amazing when you actually stop and think about it. All the freedoms and liberties and amazing things we have in this country because these people are brave and are willing to sacrifice to do that. And their families are equally as important because they often stand behind them and give them the support they need. So.
Well, if anyone wanted to follow along the journey that Camp Freedom is on or offer support, what are your links, your social media, any of those kind of things?
So we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. It's Camp Freedom PA. You can go to our website. All of the information is there as well. It's campfreedompa.org. Feel free to reach out to us if you're in the area. We're, again, in Carbondale, Pennsylvania, a little spot on top of the mountain, a little piece of heaven. Stop in and see us.
Well, we certainly appreciate y'all hosting this event, and more importantly, the mission you're on is paramount to anything we're going through. So we appreciate y'all hosting and putting this on for us.
It's been a blessing.